What's going on? We got KG the poet on. What's going on, man?
Can't call it, man. What's the word?
What's up with all this, man? I interviewed Robin Rhymes, and she's talking about the situation that you and her had. Y'all ended up going to court and all that. What was happening?
Shit, man. Like, what's happening with what? Like, case closed. You know what I'm saying? Like, what else?
Yo, she's saying that you know, it was a situation where, you know, with the footage, she wanted like access to the footage, but I've never heard of like a league like just giving somebody access to the footage. But I don't know. You know, I don't know if she said it was a verbal agreement between you and her. What happened?
Yeah, no, there was no verbal agreement first and foremost. Like, and that's why she actually lost the case. Like, I think with all that shit she was talking, she didn't really emphasize why she lost the case. She lost the case because she didn't have no proof to verify that I guarantee her footage. Like, bro, I've been doing this shit in terms of running events, and we're gonna talk about me being part of URL too. But I've been doing this shit with running events with URL since 2015, bro. Like, right. I've been doing PGs, like me doing PGs for 5 years. At no point in time have I ever guaranteed that a PG would get their footage. You know what I'm saying? And she basically laid out this.
Sometimes they get vaulted, right?
Yeah, they get vaulted. If URL feels the need to, they will give footage to leagues to like post on their channel. Like, I think they did that with We Go Hard a couple of different times. I've done that a couple of different times. But Robin's issue wasn't about getting the footage to post on her own channel. She was adamant about the shit being posted on URL. And I think what she fails to realize is when you pay for the venue, you pay for the cameraman, you own the rights to the footage. So it's your choice if you want to pay to get shit edited. And the fact of the matter is, they both choked in that battle. You know what I'm saying? Like,
they both choked in the battle.
Yeah, you know, they both slipped up in the battle. And when this situation first happened, before Robin was doing all this extra shit, I reached out to Coffee individually, told her the footage wasn't dropping, and I reached out to Robin's management, who was Wing at the time, and told her the footage wasn't dropping. You know what I'm saying? And I explained why the footage wasn't dropping. When Coffee heard it, she wasn't tripping off the shit. She just got back in the lab, got better, took more battles, and now she is where she's at. Robin chose to take the route of trying to slander my name. And throughout this entire process, I ain't shitted on this girl once. It don't benefit me to shit on no black woman.
It seems like her issue, well, not necessarily saying you at this point, but like she's saying that her bars was being used in another battle by Coffee. Now, I'm not, you know, this is all alleged. Yeah, it's all alleged.
I don't know shit about that.
And so she's like kind of upset about all that, but she's also saying, I've never heard of this, but she's saying like in California, if you do anything in entertainment, you have rights to the footage. But she ended up taking the court case to a different state. So if she did that, I don't know if California law will even apply at that point, even if that was true.
When she brought that shit up to the judge cut her off and said, "What are you talking about?" Right. I mean, bro, I can't speak to this shit.
Yeah. I know.
I can't speak to these laws. You know what I'm saying? All I know is that the footage is URLs. Like, there ain't never been a situation where somebody owned the footage. And she actually, it's so funny to me that she says she hasn't been provided opportunities because this PG didn't drop. Because as far as I can remember, she was on that royalty card that was that dropped on the URL app. Now, anybody that works with URL can tell you when they brought that to me, like, because I was still going through my court shit at that time. Right. So when they brought that shit to me, if I wanted to, I could have really shitted on this girl. Like, I could have really been like, man, fuck that. Don't give her no battle. But I didn't say shit. I kept my mouth shut and let her get her food. Past that, let's go past that, because that was a year ago. Her issue about this footage, as far as I can remember on her blog with you, was that she hasn't been getting opportunities because this PG from 2.5 years ago didn't drop. See, but what she failed to realize, what she failed to actually speak on, is the fact that just a month ago, I was about to put her on this fucking card that's supposed to drop on Saturday. Watch the Throne. You know what I'm saying? We had went through that mediation.
Whoa.
You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not trying to downplay this girl. I think that she's trying to turn this into some man versus woman shit. I just want to get my shit off and I'm going to be on my way. When we had mediation, right? Because we had mediation where we could try to come to a conclusion. At that time, I offered to give her the footage. At that time, I offered to give her the footage. This was back in June/July. I told her over the phone, Robin, if you want the footage, let me know where to send it. She didn't just want the footage. She wanted the footage. She wanted it to be dropped on URL, and she wanted $3,500. Now in the court case, for the $3,500, you know what some of that money was going towards? Because this is in paperwork. This can be looked up. She wanted money to compensate her flight, her hotel room, or her travel, and her weave. Her weave is listed in the court documents, my nigga. Like, they're listed. Now, let me ask you something. Say I book a PG, a regular PG, and a nigga footage don't drop, and they sue me. Is it okay for that nigga to charge me for his hairline? Like, if he get a taper, like, so
nah, it's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, so why the fuck do she get to get this off? But once again, I'm not going to knock her. That's on the paperwork.
And a lot of people do PGs for free.
Everybody does PGs for free. There's only one time I can think of a PG that got paid, and it's the nigga that I paid, B-Dot. You know what I'm saying? Like, I paid him out of my pocket to make sure he got that look, because quite honestly, at that time, that was the only way he was going to get on URL. You know what I'm saying? The fact that he had to go through that PG process. So the Traffic 3 shit, you know, the shit I set up.
Yeah, I was there.
Say I don't work with URL. Yeah. I paid for that battle out of my own fucking pocket because I knew B-Dot needed to be on URL. Now look at the nigga. You know what I'm saying? So, boom, we in the mediation. The dude that's mediating is like frustrated because he like, Robin, you wanted the footage. Now you want it to drop somewhere. Now you on a channel that you don't have no rights over, and you want $3,500. So she's like, well, you know, I didn't get any opportunities. This is taken away from my opportunities. So even though I knew I had this case beat, like from the jump, like as soon as I seen the lawsuit, I'm laughing at this shit. Like I've been through real court, not through this frivolous civil shit. I done been through real court where it was like years on my life if I lost. You know what I'm saying? So court ain't nothing I'm scared of. I welcome this shit from the jump. But when she said that, I felt bad for her. Like, damn, maybe this PG was the difference of her getting all these opportunities. So you know what I did? I hit up Beasley. I said, hey, Beasley, man, throw Shorty a bone, get her on this Watch the Throne card. You know what I'm saying? Let's pay her some money. You know what I'm saying? Give her a couple dollars. Give her the best battle she could possibly look. Mind you, she's still talking all this shit about me, and I ain't said nothing online. So I'm sitting here still trying to look out for her. And if we want to keep it real, I spoke to Robin over a month ago. Do you know why? Because she didn't want, once she found out that Kings and Queens was happening, and Beasley can attest to this, I got the screenshots if she want to act up. She wanna reach out to Beasley and say she don't want to battle no girls. She only wants to battle DNA.
What?
This is what. Listen, man. She said she only want to battle DNA, and I dare her to sit here and say that she didn't say that because I got the text. Like I got the screenshot of the whole conversation because I was gonna use it in court, but I didn't need to because her case was so frivolous. I just bodied her just doing me. You know what I'm saying? But I have these screenshots where she said at first she said swamp. Then she said she want DNA. And we telling her like, listen, Robin, and Beasley is telling her, because at this point I'm like, Beasley, you handle it. You know what I'm saying? I don't even want to deal with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you handle it, you cut the check, you deal with it. You know what I'm saying? Because this is what people who work from URL can do. Like, I can hit Beasley and say, cut somebody else a check. So I'm saying, yo, cut her a check, get her a battle, put her on caffeine. Let's take care of her. Even though she's trying to shit on me, let's do the right thing by this girl. She gets mad. She starts shitting on all the fucking female rappers, saying that they ain't on my level, like y'all trying to play with me. I want a top tier name, or you just give me $3,500. So once Beasley tells me about this, I reach out to Robin. I have these screenshots right now. You know what I'm saying? Where I reach out to her like, Robin, even though I know I'm going to kill you in this case, I'm still trying to help you out. But what you asking for is unreasonable, because if DNA know this is a caffeine battle, we know what caffeine they cut checks. DNA not cheap. He way more expensive than $3,500.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm telling her, like, listen, what you asking for is 2-3 times more than what you even trying to get me in court. And that shit ain't even happening. So I'm like, I'm willing to help you, but you got to work with me. She responds to me. My nigga, this is a month ago. a month and a half ago. So while she's doing all this shit talking, a month and a half ago, she responds to me like, you know what? You're right. I appreciate it. I'm going to keep trying to work with Beasley. It was to the point where she sent me the paperwork to drop this case. We had a contract for her. She was about to get paid more than she ever got paid for a battle in her life. On caffeine, on this card that's coming up, weekend on caffeine. Make sure y'all niggas tune in to that free caffeine.
Right.
So when she tells these people that this weak ass PG that they both didn't really do good in is what's hindering her from getting opportunities, she left out the fact that she just had opportunities presented to her within the last couple of months that she turned down because she wanted a nigga. Now, what nigga do you know in this world that gets a PG that gets vaulted, think they got it to where they can jump over all these girls and go straight to battling somebody like DNA?
Impossible.
It's impossible. So why the fuck do she get soft? Because she a woman and I'm a man? That's fucked up. And the fact that she trying to use this woman-man shit as a link, man, there's niggas that... I'll give you a perfect example. Next, he up-and-coming kid from the West, doing this fucking thing. He was just on Survivor Series. He was on that exact same card. I didn't drop his battle for the exact same reason, because the footage wasn't really that good. And in hindsight, I wish I would have dropped that battle. But I didn't drop his battle. And that battle was way better than their battle. You don't see that nigga complaining. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is how PG system works. You know what I'm saying? And I don't feel like this
if it's not a fire battle, it's not going to come out. Basically.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? I'm not the type of person to hold nobody back. I'm not saying Robin is trash. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't have booked her if I thought she was trash. Right. But the way she going about this whole process, it really looked bad on her. Like, she can't really say nothing to fuck my name up. Because these artists, I'm not a battle rapper no more. You know what I'm saying? So the opinion of the people don't mean shit to me. Like, the opinion of the artists I'm booking and the niggas I'm putting on, that's the only opinion I give a fuck about. And them niggas know where I'm at with it. Like, and then if we want to let's speak on the URL shit, because I heard her throwing in them little shots about me not being part of URL. First off, I didn't even see your interview, this whole blog shit, until Beasley sent it to me. Beasley sent me this shit last night. He the only reason why I'm even calling. I would never even fucking do this shit, because it's not who I am. I stopped battling for a reason. I'm behind the scenes. I'd rather be that way. But since niggas want to confuse if I work for URL or not, let's just talk about the shit with URL that is URL because of me. You're familiar with Traffic, right? You're familiar with Traffic. You're familiar with Survivor Series, right? You heard of Survivor Series, right? Yeah, I made that. I made Traffic. You're familiar with Geechee Gotti. You're familiar with Rum Nitty. You're familiar with B-Dot. You're familiar with Jay the Nightwing. You're familiar with Emerson Kennedy. All of these niggas is niggas that came up through my platform that I was putting money up for. I have never paid Smack a dime in my fucking life. They paid me. When I do an event, I call them to tell them to send me money so I can do events. I'm not paying them niggas shit. But when we did Traffic 3, Smack ain't get shit from the door. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was my money. They got the pay-per-view, I get the door. That's how it works. You know what I'm saying? So this whole...
So both parties benefit from it.
That's how it's supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? But I've never paid them for an event. You know what I'm saying? I didn't even want to run this shit. They asked me to run this shit because even when I was battling, I was helping niggas with their contracts. Niggas was coming to me to help them make sure they was getting the best contracts. So they seen the impact that I have on the West at that point in time. And Norbs and Beasley asked me to run this shit. I ain't asked to be a part of this shit. You know what I'm saying? That's why I be going on my way to go to these events and shit. These niggas asked me to be a part of this shit. I'm talking to Beasley every single day. Oh yeah, I forgot. You're familiar with Crucible, right? That's about to drop here in a second. Me and P created that. So my hand is all over this URL shit. Oh yeah, Derez. You know Derez, right? The nigga who do all the graphics and trailers for URL. I brought that nigga to URL. That's my nigga from Phoenix. You know what I'm saying? Niggas may not fuck with Avocado now, but niggas was loving them pay-per-views when they was coming out. I brought you Avocado to URL. You know what I'm saying? So my hand is all over this URL shit. So I don't need somebody who's mad about a PG from 2 years ago to validate what I do with this shit. You know what I'm saying? Because the niggas who part of this shit, they know what's up. And I don't have to speak on it. I'm just speaking on it now, really just because she feel the need to do all this different shit. But the bottom line is she lost the case. She embarrassed herself with that judge. Like, she embarrassed herself, my nigga. It was embarrassing. I apologized to the judge when the shit was over. I told him, like, man, I'm sorry you had to sit through this. Even on that call, I offered to give her the footage, nigga, 2 weeks ago. She still said no. She said it has to be dropped on URL, and I have to get $3,500 on top of that to cover my weave. This is what she said, my nigga. I'm not making none of this up. If she lied about the weave shit, I still have the court documents. If she lie about any of the shit that I'm saying, I got all the texts. I'm not here to shit on this girl. I wish her the best. We was about to break her thousands of dollars just to battle on a platform while she had me on lawsuit. Like, I don't got no problems with this girl. I hope she do great. I heard she doing King of the Dot. I love King of the Dot. I hope she succeeds from it. It's not my place to shit on this girl. Like, it don't benefit me. I don't make a dime from this shit. But for her to think that I would sell footage on some shit I already own, if I don't want to drop it, I'll just vault it like everything else gets vaulted when the shit ain't good. I don't have to sell it for it to not drop. You know what I'm saying? Like, and who sells footage anyway? She must think I'm broke. She must not see that I talk about stocks every fucking day. You know what I'm saying? I made $1,500 off the stock market yesterday. You think I give a fuck about selling footage? Like, what the fuck is wrong with these niggas, man? Like, but I wish her the best, man. Like, I really, really do. I just had to clarify this shit, man, because it just...
Yeah, I wanted you to come on and spit your round, man.
It's spooky, man. It's spooky that, like, people willing to do all this over PGs. Like, the average nigga get 2 or 3 PGs, you know what I'm saying, that don't drop.
Right.
Ask Av where his PGs is from the first 2 joints that he choked in. You know what I'm saying? You know, ask Gotti where his PG is versus TY. You know what I'm saying? The best niggas have PGs that fold. You know what I'm saying? That get vaulted. But why she thinks she's special? You know what I'm saying? She thinks she's special just because she a female? Fuck all that. You know what I'm saying? I gave the same message to Coffee, and she took it and ran with it. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, and the funny thing is, I would never sell her the footage, Coffee. Even though I got mad love for Coffee, she had me blocked for like a year because I was laughing at some shit Bonnie said about her like a year and a half ago. So why the fuck am I doing her? Mad love to Coffee. I got nothing but love for Coffee now. But she had me blocked during the time that she accused me of selling the footage. Why the fuck would I sell her footage and that girl got me blocked at that time? You know what I'm saying? So it's just like...
Well, she said you sold her manager the footage.
Yeah, and let's talk about that. So Kevin Parks is her manager. Right. Kevin Parks also has been working with me through URL since 2016, since Traffic 2. You know, and during that time, what I do is I pay Kevin Parks to find my cameraman when I do events in Los Angeles, like Hollywood. I don't know if you know Hollywood with Rap Grid. He one of the people that Kevin Parks pays to film like my events. So how the process works with footage is the cameraman film it. They put the film on KP's hard drive, and KP sends it to me. That's been the process since 2016. So her accusation of me saying that I sold the footage is on a Facebook post where I was joking in my Western Conference group saying that, well, KP got the footage, so if I go down, he go down with me. You know, joking because it's Facebook. Niggas troll. She literally takes a screenshot of this, my nigga, and goes to court and says that this is the evidence that justifies that I sold the footage. And I'm like, girl, how, like, do you think, you just tell some people ain't never been through court system, my nigga, like, and unfortunately, you can just tell she just never been a part of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, when she did her opening speech, after I, like, refuted everything, when they did her closing speech, she said the exact same thing as her opening speech, word for word. She was reading it from a piece of paper. Like, the judge was annoyed. That's why I had to apologize to him, man. It was just, it's sad, man. Okay. But no, I never sold KP footage. That's the process. KP sends me my footage that I pay for because he hires the cameraman. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I've been working with KP before he even started working with Coffee. You know what I'm saying? Like, and in all honesty, it was Coffee who even asked for this battle. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't book Robin because I fuck with Robin. Not to say I don't fuck with her, but Coffee's from the West. My responsibility is the West. But if Coffee would have got smoked, don't get it fucked up. That footage is dropping if it's good footage. But the fact of the matter is they both stumbled. Robin had a little situation where she was trying to fight somebody and shit. And the footage just didn't look good. You know what I'm saying? I had dropped 5 battles from that event anyway. And like I said, I offered to give her the footage 2 weeks ago. But once that case got closed and the judge was like, case dismissed, now it's like, nah, you're not getting shit from me now. Because I tried to give it to you numerous times. I'm not about to.
But you want $3,500 in the footage dropped on the URL channel.
Exactly. It's like you asking for a lot, shorty. I tried to give you the footage. You turn me down. We offer you battles. You turn that down, and then you want to play victim saying that you're not getting opportunities when you should have been on this caffeine card coming up Saturday. Now, if we would have put her on that card, they would have looked at me at a different light. The girls who probably deserve to be on there, the Coutures, some of these other girls who really should be on this card, then they looking like, oh, KG out here giving looks for bitches just because he on lawsuit. So it's a lose-lose situation for me. It's a lose-lose for me, but at the end of the day, I'm still like, fuck it. Let me try to look out for it, because that's what I do this shit for. If I was in it for the money, I would just battle. My last 2 battles in 2015, I was getting $3,000-$4,000 a battle then. You know what I'm saying? So if I wanted to battle and do it off the money, I'd just keep battling. I do this while I'm doing it now because I'm here to help motherfuckers. Like, that's what I'm here for. Like, I run this URL West shit because I'm here to help niggas. I do my podcast to talk about money because I want to help niggas. I have a nonprofit organization because I want to help niggas. I'm not here to break nobody down. That's why I'm not about to shit on this girl right now. I really do wish her the best, but what you not gonna do is sit here and throw all these frivolous lines out, making it seem like you had a case when the shit got thrown out and you don't got opportunities when they was provided to you, and you turned them down because you wanted DNA or bust. Like, you got me fucked up, but it's still love.
Right, man, I appreciate you telling it like it is, bro.
Hey, it's love. I don't want to come off like I hate women. I'm married. I got a daughter. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not shitting on no black woman. I won't do it. She can say whatever the fuck she want to say about me. But my name out here is impeccable to the people who matter. You know what I'm saying? Okay. It's not my responsibility to care about what fans and supporters of her think. Like, that's not what my job is now. My job is to make sure Gotti is in the best light possible. Nitty is in the best light possible. I'm going to Crucible with Nitty on Saturday. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, it's my responsibility to put these young brothers on. It's not my responsibility to tear nobody down. So for the people wondering, well, why don't you just give her the footage now? Niggas, shut up. Shut the fuck up. How about that? Suck my dick if you feel that way. Because I look at it like I had to go through court for a year of this bullshit.
In a different state.
Yeah, and throughout this entire process, I offered to give her a footage. So now that I go through this shit, I'm breaking bread to go through court. I'm paying a lawyer. She didn't have no lawyer. I'm paying a lawyer to make sure this shit get ate up. You know what I'm saying? Because I actually been through court. I'm paying all this money. I'm missing out on this time. And then y'all think I'm supposed to just hand her the footage after this shit now? Fuck you. For real. And if you feel a way, discuss it amongst yourselves, because I'm not even going to see your comments.
Right.
So, I mean, that's pretty much it, man. Like I said, I don't have no ill will towards her. I wish you would have took the battle. I have the screenshots with Beasley even telling her, if you take this battle and do good, we'll give you more opportunities. So it wasn't like here's a shut up battle. It's like, we're going to put you in the rotation. And she still turned it down. I'm not doing nothing past that. I told Beasley after that, fuck that. You know what I'm saying? She say no, she want to go off on you because she only getting DNA. I was like, you know what, Beasley, you done enough. I appreciate you for trying, but let me just take this shit to court and get it thrown out. And lo and behold, last Tuesday, we got the paperwork that the judge threw the shit out. Okay. Period.
All right. I think you pretty much cleared it up, man.
Yeah. But shout out to Robin, man. I wish you nothing but the best. And that's it. Yeah, more love to her.
All right, man. I wish you nothing but luck, man. Keep doing that stocks.
Yeah, no doubt, man. Hey, make sure, for those who listening, if you're trying to get into the stock game now, travel stocks is really good right now because obviously with COVID going on, flights is fucked up. A lot of people getting fired. Right now, if you invest in things like Delta, United, there's still possible double ups if you invest into it now. So make sure you guys do it that way you will. But yeah, man, I appreciate you giving the call, man. And have a good one.
All right, peace, man. Yeah, so I just wanted to give him an opportunity to be able to speak his piece. A lot of times when people have gripes, you only get a chance to hear one side of it. You know what I mean? So y'all be the judge on what y'all feel is going on. You know, I feel like he had an impeccable round. You know, he spit his, what he feels like is his truth. And, y'all be the judges. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. Comment, rate, subscribe. Let me know what y'all think about that. Peace.